Hey, here we are, Route 66, day 238. We're going to finish the prophecies of Jeremiah. Jeremiah prophesied the destruction of Jerusalem, and he's going to live through the destruction of Jerusalem. So we have two final chapters that we're going to read today. They're a little bit lengthy, but they kind of finish it out really nicely. Chapter 51 and chapter 52. Let me give you a little bit of a summary of what the reading is all about today. It's God's final judgment in chapter 51 on Babylon. It declares Babylon will be judged. Yes, they will be victorious over Jerusalem, but they will be judged. Babylon, kind of nicknamed by God the hammer of nations, will itself be hammered on. And it's kind of goes along with a lot of what God has says is you're going to be treated like you treat other people. And that's what happens with Babylon. The nations oppressed by Babylon will be happy that she fell. It's kind of like seeing a bully getting bullied. We enjoy seeing that. And the nations that Babylon had conquered are going to be glad that they fell. Jeremiah commands Sariah to read this prophecy in Babylon, throw the scroll into the Euphrates as a sign of Babylon sinking. Could you imagine? It would be like having a prophecy against the United States and proclaiming it in Washington, D.C. And it actually happens. And that's what happens. Chapter 52 is the historical record of Jerusalem's fall. So in the prophetic books, you actually have some things, they prophesy something's happening, and then every now and then, they actually give the historical account of the prophecy becoming fulfilled. And that's what chapter 52 does. Zedekiah, the king, is captured. He's blinded. He's taken to Babylon. Jerusalem's walls and the temple are destroyed. Many of the people are exiled. Some of the leaders even are executed. It's a pretty rough, it's war, and they came against them. It ends with Jehoiakim being released from prison and being shown kindness by Babylon's king. So even in amongst all of this, there's some good things that have happened. So some lessons as you read through this. What are we going to pull out of this? Well, one thing to be reminded, God's justice may be delayed, but it is never denied. Babylon seems unstoppable. Nothing's going to stop it. But eventually, God, the all-powerful God, is going to humble her. So even though it seems like things aren't going to change, they will. Justice may be delayed, but God gets it in the end. It's the second lesson. Sinful leaders bring destruction on nations. And Zedekiah's rebellion against God led to Jerusalem's ruin. And whenever you have poor leadership, whether it's a country, a business, community, political leader, in the government, things like that, in a family, in a church, wherever you have poor leadership, especially sinful leadership, it's going to end up being bad. Leadership is so important. And the third lesson, even in judgment, God remembers mercy. Even when God is judging, there's some very kind, tender things that God allows to have happen, even from some pretty, unassuming places. Jehoiakim's release hints at a hope for David's line and David's kingdom, because Jehoiakim was one of the descendants of David, and God's promises. So it's going to happen. So enjoy reading today's reading, and you'll finish up with Jeremiah. And tomorrow we'll begin with a very short book, but it's